You've lost both games against North this year. Does that have any bearing on this game?
No, I don't think so. The first time we played North City was in round 1, and we're obviously still developing quite a lot. We have had quite a few new players this year, so it was quite a developing sort of year for us. We started off sort of a bit weaker and come on strong again, so we're okay with that. And then last time we played them, we had a few injuries, so we're back to a full team on Saturday, so it should be quite a different story, I think, on Saturday. We're hoping anyway.
So no mental scarring, there's no real inhibitions or anything like that?
No, not at all yet. I think North City have still got that new vibe about them, so we haven't had, the really strong rivalry like we've had against previous teams and things like that. I feel like that we can beat them, and that as long as we play our best netball that we can.
Mm-hmm. What do you need to do to beat them?
There's quite a few different things. Obviously, their goalers are very strong for them with Jordan and Gina in there. They've got a lot of accuracy and with Jordan in there, they've got a lot of height. So having Emma Ryan back for us will make a big difference. She's very tall and has a great vertical leap. So we'll be able to hopefully contain Jordan a little bit more than what we have done in the past. And as long as our shooters are accurate, I think that we've got every chance to beat on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. So working to match up on their star players, does that sort of limit your own game plan and the way that you go about it?
No, not this year. This year we've got a lot of versatility, so we've got the ability to be able to put a lot of players in a lot of different positions, and I don't think at all it hinders us in any way.
Mm-hmm. And you've got a couple of girls back from injury.
Yeah.
How important will they be?
Very vital. Emma Ryan is a huge part of our netball team in the fact that she can play defence and goals. So we can really swing her from end to end as we see need, as we see fit. And then Anna Bucknell coming in means that we can have a bit more versatility throughout the centre court and make sure we've got fresh legs each quarter that we go in. So we're really happy with getting those two players back into the team. So we're starting with 10 on Saturday, which is fabulous.
Mm-hmm. That's great. All right, thank you.
And I suppose, would it be fair to say you might have flown a bit under the radar this year? There's been a lot of talk about North being the team coming up, and Sunbury as well, because they're a bit of the unknown.
Yeah.
But you've gone along quietly and you've finished last in the second spot. Do you think you have flown a bit under the radar?
Yeah, I suppose we have. We haven't really won a lot of our games by huge amounts of margins or anything like that. We've just steadily won our games each week. The only games we've lost have been to North City, so I feel like that we've travelled along quite nicely for the season, and we're hopefully continue to do that through our finals as well.
Yeah, so what does it mean that the two games you have lost have been against the team that you're playing this week? Mentally, how do you prepare for that?
Obviously, it's going to be challenging for us. We know that they've beaten us twice, but we also all have that belief that we can beat them. We just haven't played our best netball each time that we've met them. And that if we do that, we use the players as we can throughout the swapping and the changing of different of their star players, and we can hopefully match up with them and just go along with that, really. I really do believe that we can beat them on Saturday.
Yeah, and you said you're taking 10 players in. Is that unusual, or have you done that?
We started with 10 players for the year, but we've had 2 injuries that have been long-term injuries. We've had a broken scaphoid, and Emma's had been out for 2 months with an ankle injury as well. So we've sort of really only played with the 8 or 8 or 9 for most of the season. So having the 10 in is unusual, but it's fabulous for us. It's really good.
Thank you. And you lost last week against Sunbury. Does that have any bearing on your preparations for finals?
No, not at all. Our first game, we'll be taking them 1 week at a time, and of course it's this point we're meeting on Saturday, so we're only focused on that at the moment. We'll worry about Sunbury further down the track.
Mm-hmm. So there was no denting of your confidence or anything like that, losing a game on the eve of finals?
No, not at all, no. It's just Sunbury an entirely different team to East Point, so we just felt we didn't have our full team against Sunbury, so we felt we learned quite a lot from that game.
And what sort of strategy will you need to take into the game against East Point to ensure that you get beyond them?
Yeah, we'll just go the way we've gone the last 2 rounds, and that was to win the game, and we've won them both, so we don't have to change much of what we're doing at all. We don't feel anyway.
Mm-hmm. Just made reference to the fact that your shooters have been in fantastic form so far this year. Obviously, that's great, but if they don't get the ball, clearly that's an issue too. So mid-court battles are going to be paramount?
Oh yes, the matchups will be really good, and just the same, they'll have fresh legs, so but I think whatever the matchups are thrown at us, I think we'll be able to match them up just as good.
And in terms of flag favouritism, some people don't like bearing that. How does that sit with you?
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, it's been a really open competition this season, and I think any of us, the teams that are in the finals, anyone can win that grand final.
So it's a matter, I suppose, over this next month to actually go the distance to make sure the girls are really in the right headspace.
Exactly right. As Jess pointed to, we're a new team, and we're not sure what will happen in the finals. Like, you can win as many games in the rounds as you like, but once you come to finals, everything changes. I say it's the F word, for finals, because some cope with finals, some just can't step up to that extra pressure. So we're a little bit in the unknown to see how my girls will stand up on Saturday.
So it's an exciting challenge for you, isn't it, really?
Oh.
Because there's still even an element of uncertainty for you from the way you're speaking.
Exactly right, Wes. We're excited on a couple of levels. North Ballarat City never been in finals before, and to have like the 3 teams represented, but to be in A grade and to be your first season with 9 girls come together that hadn't played together before, and here we are heading into playing against East Point, a very experienced team. The excitement is quite high, and we're just hoping that we can live up to that excitement and live up to the expectations, and we can be there on grand final day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Liz.
And yeah, just touching on that, if someone had said to you at the start of the year that you were going to be finishing the year on top of the ladder, you're going to be going into the qualifying final, would you have believed them if someone said that?
No, Pat, I would have just thought, you have to be kidding. I mean, we're a group of girls here that we have to gel, we have to get used to one another, we have to see what combinations work, and to be able to do that as the rounds unfolded, I thought, I just thought if we can be competitive, and then as the next season comes around, and to improve again, that's all we thought, just to be competitive and to compete against these top teams. That's all we expected.
So, at what point have you reassessed your goals then, obviously? At what point did that happen, and what did you actually hope to achieve?
Well, probably after the first round, we sort of reassessed ourselves thinking, well, we've played one of the top respected teams in the competition, and if we were able to compete like that, we did reassess quite quickly that we now have to really think, can we see out these rounds and be a contender for finals?
So at the start of the year, were you even thinking finals at all?
No, not at all. And, we really didn't think as we're going along. We're just so happy that we had that win first to just see where we sat. We realised they had to work out combinations too, but so did we. And we felt that we worked it out, we had it down pat pretty earlier than what I thought would really happen.